take the keys to the city, and I'm never gonna give them back. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
I'm Kate from EUTV, and I'm here with Dan, who has won an award, an executive award for major services to sport at Edinburgh University. So, Dan, could you introduce yourself and just tell me a bit about the award?
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm a final year PhD student, and I'm the president of Edinburgh University Boat Club. I've been the president now for 2 years, and before that I was the treasurer. So I've won an award for major services to sport, mainly for my role as the president of the boat club, but also as a member of the finance committee last year.
Okay, awesome. So what were your goals as president this year? What did you get up to as a club?
Well, the goals shifted a bit, as most people did, I think, with coronavirus getting in the way. But we wanted to try and boost our engagement with alumni. That was a big part of our aim, as well as introducing maybe a bit more wide variety in offer for our members, such as doing more outreach sessions with the local community, which again got coronavirus in the way, but also maybe breaking into disability sport, which is something that the boat club hasn't done yet, and we wanted to do before everything got shut down.
Okay, so obviously, yeah, things have been shut down, which is definitely a bit of a shame. But do you think that you've managed to maybe create some good foundations as president, plans that you think maybe the next president can carry on?
Definitely, yeah. So one of the things that we did work on quite a lot was building a sort of a future plan, vision statement for the club, stating where we wanted to go, and also trying using that as a means of getting donations from alumni, sponsors, partners to maybe sponsor different individual projects within the club, whether that be refurbishing a boat, getting crews to go and race at international regattas, amongst other things. So hopefully in the future that can be carried on by my successors.
Okay. So you've been the president for a couple of years. Did you get involved in the club in your first year at university?
So I was when I started up here at Edinburgh, I joined straight away as a member of the senior squads. I'm one of the coxes, so one of the short, shouty people. But I'd been rowing for nearly 5 years before that at Bath University.
Oh wow, cool, awesome. So when did you realise then that this sport was really for you? Do you think it was before uni and this was just like another step for you?
I think because I'm a bit older than most students. Well, I started uni in 2013, so kind of I was 2012 kind of time. Of course, the Olympics is all over the TV, etc. And kind of saw the rowing. Was like my mum, was quite a bossy young person, so my mum was like, "You'd be good at that. You're short. You're good at bossing people around." And then so when I started at Bath, which is my first university, I gave it a go. Initially, I wanted to start like rowing, but quickly realised that being my height was not an advantage. So started coxing and really, really enjoyed it, and it's just gone on from there, really.
Awesome. Do you see maybe like as a career for you? Do you plan to keep rowing, obviously, like when you leave uni? What's the next step
I'll
for you?
definitely keep coxing and coaching once I leave. But that's something I'll definitely continue in the future.
What has been, while you've been in the club at Edinburgh, what's your favourite memory? Maybe not from this year if you haven't managed to actually get out much, but maybe a competition or something that you were there for. What's your favourite memory?
I think my favourite memory would be Bucks Regatta in 2019, just because of the atmosphere that we sort of built up around the club that year, and to top it off, the squad that I'm a part of, the senior women's squad, won the overall trophy there for the first time in our history. So that was a big deal, and that was a big sort of everyone putting together achievement, which was really good to be a part of.
Awesome. As a club, are you quite supported by the uni? Do you get a lot of funding, or do you have to do fundraising a lot?
We're very lucky. We're one of the university's high performance sports, so we get a lot of financial support from sport and exercise, but also from other funding bodies such as Scottish Rowing and British Rowing are also very supportive of the club. So we're very lucky, but we still need to do fundraising because we still need to help support our beginner squads and our recreational squad through raising money to repair boats and stuff like that. Rowing's a really expensive sport, so any extra money we can find will help people afford it better.
Do you think with the pandemic and stuff, do you think your first year, beginner numbers suffered a bit, or did you still manage to get quite a good turnout of new people joining?
This year, I think we've had, in terms of the senior squad, people who rowed before, the numbers haven't really been affected. We've had the same sort of level of intake that we normally have. For the beginners, there has been a hit. There has been a reduced number, but I think that was to be expected, with some people not coming up to Edinburgh at the start of the academic year, and then all the subsequent lockdowns. I think this year certainly has affected it. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's affected, like you say, it's affected all clubs. It's hard because I am the first year, so it's hard to even know like what clubs are doing what when we first came up. But that's good. Were you surprised to get the award?
A little bit, yeah. But very grateful to be recognised. So yeah.
Is there any way that you're celebrating within, restrictions?
Not really. Just working.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Has the club during the year, have you done like Zoom socials or whatever else you can do to have fun?
Yeah, the club's been quite good at running stuff. All the athletes are training still. They're just all be at home because we're still hopeful that there will be some events this summer. Because the thing is, with the rowing season, most of the key events are right at the end of the year, so June, July time. So we're hoping that at least some of them will happen, whether when they normally would happen or maybe a bit later. So people are still training, and yeah, it's just getting on with it really.
I was made for this.